Good evening, everybody, and welcome to, of course, this evening stream on the Jackery channel. Hi, guys. I am James, your host for this evening, like, of course, usual. We're going to be showing you guys a bunch of great products, a bunch of great, amazing pieces, and don't forget, guys, up to 45% off on savings. Now, I want to welcome everybody in here. I'm going to let everybody kind of roll on in, but I will mention, guys, there's that 5% off code down there. If you spend over $1,000, you can get an extra 5% off with that code down there at the bottom. We will post that code in chat for you guys a couple times throughout the night just so to make sure you guys have it on hand. Ship Roman, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Good luck and all the other good stuff. Nice to see you, buddy. Guys, we're going to talk about a few things first and foremost before we get into the products, and we're going to talk about cabling. Because they want to make sure that you have everything that you need to come with the power station. So they're going to make sure that you get the cables you need for those power stations. Depending on the station you get, you may get a different carrying pack with different cabling, of course, with that. You're going to get a variations of possible, like this, power cables for the wall charging capability. A nice large orange cable that's going to allow for a maximum amount of power to those stations through the wall plug. You may get a variation, of course, a plug like this, and this is going to be your cigarette lighter charging style plug. Inside, you may get an adapter piece as well with that. Now, guys, these are going to be like your 7909 to 8020 adapters for your solar panels. Now, I dropped a piece of plastic, which I'm going to try and grab with my foot and then put it back in here with this. Now, for those of you that don't know, that yes, that solar panels take, of course, a 7090 and 8020 plug to run them devices. And now it's going to determine by the station which plug you actually have. So for anything like the 1500 to the 3000 Pro is going to take the 8020 plug. You're going to need, of course, an adapter to switch it down if you guys need the adapter, if the cabling takes the adapter. Now, even the 1000 V2 also takes, of course, that 8020 plug and vice versa with that. Now, your 100 plus all the way up to your 1000 is going to take, of course, the 7909 plug with that. Now, really cool little option for that with those adaptions, and we'll get more into those cablings as we go tonight, but I do have them. Now, what I will also talk about is when we get into solar panels, I'm going to show you guys this little package right here. This little package is actually quite important because this is your modular connecting pieces for the 100 prime solar panel. This is how you're going to mount it, guys. So they do have a mounting kit with that solar panel, and we are going to show you guys that tonight as well. Now, we're going to start off with the 100 plus power station, which I actually drained completely dead using it and need to charge it back up. Now, this, of course, is the 99 watt hour, 31,000 milliamp power bank. This is the 100 plus. Now, this is a portable little power station that is, of course, TSA approved to go on your airplane flights with you. That means it can travel with you on planes, trains, automobiles, even the back of your car or on a motorcycle if you really want to. It's got that option. It's nice and lightweight, but it is TSA approved. Now, like I said, you are going to get the cabling for every station that you're going to need. This, of course, is the USB-C to USB-C cable. This is a 100 watt pass-through cable. Now, behind that, you're going to actually see the, I believe this is going to be the 7909 or the 7090 to, of course, USB-C plug adapter for you that's going to plug into this. Now, you do have two USB-C ports. Those are both 100 watts in and out charging capability with that. You're also going to have the USB-A port at 18 watts as well. Now, I would love to tell you guys that there's a charge, and I would love to show you guys the screen. But like I said, I actually used this during a whole bunch of videos the other day, and I actually drained the power from this, and I need to recharge it. I'll probably do that tomorrow with that being said. Under 2 hour charge time is all it's going to take. Now, it's about $129, but there is a $40 clippable coupon on Amazon for this. You're going to be able to run, like I say, a Nintendo Switch for 4.5 hours, or you're going to be able to charge your iPhone 14 or 15 about 6 times with this. Now, with that being said, I've ran multiple devices with it. I use it to run my lighting when I'm streaming. I use it to actually run my DSLR cameras when I'm recording as well. This is a beautiful little piece, nice and portable and nice and lightweight. At $129 plus that $40 clippable coupon, You can't go wrong with that. It's actually really, really amazing little piece with this. So if you're checking it out, you might want to look at that. Hey Sheila, how are you doing? Now we also have the 100 plus and mini 40 solar panel in the carousel as well. Now this is actually going to be a $229 price tag, but there's a $50 clippable coupon. You're going to get this little power station and this mighty little mini solar panel. Now fully waterproof, water resistant, and of course weighs less than 2 pounds. This is like a 5-pound package total, guys, if that. This little thing is 12 inches tall by 10 inches wide by a ½ inch thick. That's it. This is like a notebook sized device that can fit in your backpack. Magnetic clasp, of course, on it. Trifold design, monocrystalline solar cells. Can do about 23% efficiency in converting power to light, or light to power. Supper. I'm earning my chicken sandwich. Just sitting here doing things, streaming and stuff. So this is a cool piece, guys. If you need it, 2 different options. We have the station by itself or the station with the mini 40. This is a beautiful little 40-watt solar panel that's going to do well for you guys. Any questions about those, please ask. I like me some chicken sammies. I was just having fun. I had to make the post earlier. All right, guys, the 240. We're going to talk about it. The Jackery Explorer 240. This is the original 240. Now, the original 240 is going to take about 3.5 hours to fully charge on a wall plug. It's not a long time. Now, with this, it's the original battery style. It's the original housing. Of course, the original handle is a fixed handle with this. This is actually kind of cool. Now, with this, 240 watt hours of power, 200 watt AC outlet right here. So, 200 watts of pure sine wave connectability through that AC outlet. Does peak at 400 watts. What does that mean? So at 200 watts, you're not seeing no spikes in energy. It's clean power. You don't have to worry about anything. It can do 400. Now, it's not going to hurt the devices, but it's a little bit more spikier and spikes with the power. You want that clean sine wave. That's where you really want to be at. But if you need to, hey, it's there. 2 USB-A ports. Now they are 5 volt 2.4 amps. You also have that DC plug. You also have that 12 volt 10 amp DC plug cigarette lighter style as well. This is a cool little piece. Now 3.5 hour charge time is what it's going to take. It's going to give you about 4 drone battery charges off of this, or 15 DSLR cameras. Or you can run a Nintendo Switch over 30 hours if you really wanted to. And that's what I like. You guys have the options to do this. It's portable, lightweight, less than 7 pounds as well. You can run a little laptop for about 3 hours. Your tablets. You guys got kids. Kids are stuck to their tablets nowadays, or their phones. The tablet's going to be able to run about 7.5 hours in the back of the car on a trip, which is kind of cool. I like that. I like it a lot. What we're going to get at, like mini coolers, guys, about 3 hours of runtime with a mini cooler. Now, there is that, of course, discount code that we just posted in chat for you. DSLR batteries are going to be like these ones right here. Now, these are just 3 of the multiple ones that I actually use. What I will tell you is I go through these so much that I'm always charging them, and I probably need a lot more. But to have a power station like this means I don't have to worry as much because I just plug the camera into it, and then I'm doing it on the go. I love those options. 7-pound package, Class 9 drop protection. It's a UL Class 9. It's got that drop protection. It's also got the fire retardant shell. It is, of course, a nice little battery station. Now, what I can say right now is I just realized that my camera is set up a little high. So when I'm holding these stations, it is being kind of cut off by that big banner. I do apologize for that, guys. So what I'm going to attempt to do is drop that banner down, and I'm going to reach up and I'm going to kind of move my camera down a little more. Hopefully that's a little better. I do apologize for that. I did not realize that my camera was sitting so high. So really nice piece. The original style, guys. 200 watts of pure sine wave power, multiple connection points. Use the 12 volt 10 amp to add another little cigarette lighter plug that has USB-C ports, and you don't have to worry about that as well. This is a great one, nice and portable. FP, how you doing? Guys, I'm going to step one aside real quick. My AC quit, and we're going to fix that issue quick like. It is definitely warm in my apartment tonight. So with that, 240 original, can't go wrong. Great price point at $183. It's like 24% off. I love it. Any questions? How's everybody's day going, by the way? Everybody having a good day? Wait, we're going to make it better by checking out this little bad boy. Now, like I said, that was the original 240. We're now going to look at what we call 240 V2. Now, 240 V2 is version 2. Version 2's got some updates. Oh, sorry to hear she broke her arm. Well, man, hopefully she heals quick and hopefully she feels better. 240 V2's got some updates from the original, like the square housing. Also has a handle that folds up and can be put away. It also has what's called Charge Shield 2.0. Charge Shield 2.0 has got a 1 hour charge rate. 1 hour, of course, charge time is all it's going to take on a wall plug. Now, with it, of course, it jumps from the regular lithium ion to the LiFePO4 cells, which means you have a little bit more power. You're going to have 256 watt hours of power in this device instead. And I kind of like that. Now, with this, of course, you got an AC outlet that's going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 600. You're also going to have 2 USB-C ports. One's a 100 watt port and one's a 15 watt port. You also have that 15 watt USB-A port and that 12 volt 10 amp plug. Now, where it also varies from the other one is you also have a flashlight and it changes the screen colorway. Now, on this, you have the large wall plug instead of the round DC7909 plug. Now, with it, of course, like I said, you have a handle, still under 8 pounds. Also has a $70 clippable coupon. Price tag's about $249, but take that $70 clippable coupon and save a little bit more with that as well. Ooh, a cast up past your elbow? Aw, poor kiddo. Now, with the 1 hour charge time, you're going to be able to run a Bluetooth speaker for about 16 hours. Now, that's going to be like a 10 watt Bluetooth speaker for most of you. You'll be able to charge your iPhone about 12 to 13 or so times on this device. Your laptop, still about 3.5 to 4 hours of runtime, 5 drone batteries as well. Now, because it is powerful enough, it could technically run the 45 watt house fan for about 4 hours, or that 90 watt mini fridge for over 2 hours. For those of you that need to run that little light bulb on the front, about 20 hours of runtime. You guys could definitely run the flat screen TV that's hidden back there for about 4 hours as well. Power goes out, you still want to be on the internet to keep the kids happy on their phones because, well, let's just be honest, if they're bored, you're bored as well. Guys, you can run your Wi-Fi router for about 14 hours with this, and that's actually kind of cool. It's a great price point with that $70 clippable coupon on this. Now, we also have this and, of course, that Mini 40 solar panel as a variation as well for you tonight. That price tag's like $349 for that kit. There's a $100 clippable coupon. So what I'm going to tell you is you're going to get this station and that Mini 40 solar panel for about $249. That's the price of the station itself normally. That's a smoking deal. Literally, this is the perfect little package. To take this camping, hiking, put it in the back of your car, traveling, quick emergencies, having it by your bedside just in case you need it. This is really amazing. It's a great option, a great kit. $349 normally priced. Of course, like I said, $100 clippable coupon. You can't go wrong. With this Mini 40, it's going to take you a few hours to fully charge this device, about 7 hours, all right? It's going to take about 7 hours with this Mini 40 to charge it. Now, with that being said, it's not that long. It's not that long to actually charge this. It's not a bad deal. Great little time, great little piece, great price point. If you're looking for something like this, the Mini 40 and, of course, the 240 V2. Now, the one thing I did not mention about the 240 V2 is that it actually works with the app. So with the update of all the other stuff, it actually has the update of the app, and the app is going to allow you to control the switches and see, of course, the temperature, the battery level, all from your phone. Bluetooth Wi-Fi connectability with that app, of course, and it is iOS and Android based, so you don't have to worry about it. Grab it, of course, off the Google Play Store or Android Google Play Store or Apple Store for you guys with that. So, cool little piece. And you guys can see I'm sitting here holding it without a problem. Let's check chat. I don't see nothing else. Okay, so great little pieces right here. Any questions about the 240 or the 240 V2? Please ask. We are definitely here to answer. 300 range. This is, of course, the 300. 293 watt hours of power with this device. Now, still under 8 pounds. Normally a $279 price tag. Click to explore more. Yeah, thank you, Lois, for posting that. Like I keep saying, guys, definitely click the product to explore more discount codes, of course, or coupons. Some of these coupons are already on the Amazon pages. You'll have to go to the product page, click the little coupon, little adopt to apply the coupon to get that extra savings off of this. Now, this is like a normally $279. It's like 7% off tonight. It's like $259. Plus, there's a $60 clippable coupon. Click that coupon, get another $60 off, and you're under, of course, $200 for a 300 power station. 293 watt hours of power. Dual AC outlets. Now, 300 watts of pure sine wave power can peak at 600. Of course, it has that fixed handle. Has dual USB-A ports and one USB-C port. Now, that USB-C port is a 60 watt in and out port for you. That means you guys can actually have this charged off a wall plug and that USB-C at the same time for a 2-hour charge rate of charging. If you're only using the wall plug, 3.5 hours like the 240. Now, the 293 watt hours of power means you guys are going to be able to run a Nintendo Switch for over 40 hours, or do at least 7 drone batteries, or even 15 DSLR batteries or more. Now, you can still, of course, run that house fan. You guys can run your mini coolers. You can run that flat screen TV. The lightweight capability means you can take it on a hiking trip, camping trip, or just use it anywhere you really need to. I'm going to always recommend one on each floor of your house. You never know when you're going to need a little power station, and one of these might actually help you during that time of need. You can technically even plug in a CPAP machine and run a CPAP machine while you're sleeping. It's a cool little idea with that. So right there, of course, 300. Now, with the 300, still has a 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug over here, so you guys can do like the inflatable rafts, your inflatable air mattresses, or even plug in an adapter to run, let's say, dual USB-C ports. Maybe one USB-C port is enough. Plug that in there and you have that to go. Now, another cool thing is I've been actually doing with these is actually running all my camera gear and my lighting gear. What was I just... Nope, wasn't this one I was running earlier. I was actually using another one to charge up some other stuff. But hey, we'll get into that as well. So right there, 300, amazing little piece. I mean, guys, if you want to, get a workout by just lifting it up and down. I mean, 7-pound weight in your hand. Just start doing curls, right? This ain't a workout show. I will tell you guys, though, on the back of these, there is actually a serial number on every power station. Every power station has a serial number, so you can actually register them with Jackery to get that warranty, of course, as well. So don't forget to register those as you get them. So that is the 300. I believe we're going to talk about the 500 next. So we're actually going to move cameras, and we're going to talk about down there on the table. We're going to kind of zoom on in, and we're going to talk about that bad boy right there. Now, that is, of course, the Jackery Explorer 500. Now, the Jackery Explorer 500 is 518 watt-hours of power in a 13-pound package. Now, yes, it stepped up about double the weight of the other ones, but still is actually pretty light compared to some other products, of course, with that. Now, the 13.5-pound package is going to take about 5.5 hours to fully charge this device. Now, with this, you have one AC outlet. Now, that one AC outlet's going to do 500 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 1,000, which is amazing with that. And I kind of like that. What was that? Visit and follow. Huh? I missed something with that share over there. uh, uh. Oh, all right. Now where was I? All right, here we go. 500-watt pure sine wave power through that AC outlet, guys, is actually really nice. 1,000 watts max, which means technically, yes, you could plug in a window AC off of this device and run that. Now, you do have three USB-A ports, 5-volt, 2.4 amps with that, which is actually kind of cool. It does do very, very well for you. Yeah, that's what I said, Sheila. That's pretty funny. I'm actually laughing at that. Now, with it, of course, you do have three DC outlet plugs, and those are going to be, of course, output. Now, those three DC puts is going to be your 12-volt 10 amp, and then, of course, your round plugs as well. You're also going to have your input plug right here as well on top of that, which is actually beautifully well done with that on hand. Now, with the 500, it actually has a flashlight on the side, so we can actually turn the flashlight on. Or if I hold it down, it can go into SOS pattern for you guys with this. Now, on the bottom of most of these power stations, if I flip it over, you're going to see these silicone pads. These are actually good little pieces. That means you're not going to mar up or damage surfaces with that as well, just on hand. Now, of course, we're going to top that out. We're going to put on the screen. Now, the screen's going to show you guys your battery level. If I change it over here, you guys will see the battery level. So it's going to tell you guys your input voltage and your output voltage as well. So it'll tell you guys what you're charging in and out with this. And that's actually kind of cool. I kind of like that. So great little piece right here. Now, charge time. It's going to take you a little bit, about 5.5 hours to fully charge this on a wall plug. Now, let's say you get, of course, this package. It's about $499 price tag, but we also have, of course, that solar station and a solar panel. Now, if you get the station and the 100-watt solar panel, it's $799, but there's a $250 clippable coupon. The moment you add that solar panel, it means you guys are fully charging this off, of course, the solar sun at 7.5 hours with that. And that's actually nice, of course, with that. A good time of usage and solar charging time. Now, you'd be able to run a mini cooler for about 9 hours. Your flat screen TV, 7 hours. Your laptop, about 30 hours. It depends on which type of laptop we're talking about. For those of you camping and hiking and stuff, maybe you guys are going out to do rafting in the rivers, you can run an air mattress for about 8 hours on this. Or if you're really cold, about 4 hours on an electric blanket. It's a good runtime. Great little piece. Both packages prices are actually decent. $499 by itself, $799 with the solar panel, but remember, there is a $250 clippable coupon with the solar panel. I'm going to tell you guys, always go with the solar panel option. It's a really, really amazing option to get the station or the with, of course, the panel. Now, we're going to move into bigger and better. We're going to talk about the 1000. We're going to jump up here and we're going to be, whoa, we just went way up over there and yonder. We're going to talk about the 1000. Now, that is, of course, the 1000. Now, that is the Jackery Explorer 1000. It is 1,002 watt hours of power. Now, with this, of course, it's got a capacity of 3 AC outlets that are going to go 1,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 2,000 watts. Now, with this, you do have dual USB-C ports, dual USB-A ports, a 12-volt 10 amp plug, and an Anderson clip style plug. Now, the Anderson clip style plug, it means you're going to be able to connect up an Anderson style solar panel with that clip. Now, that's going to be kind of like one of these adapters right here. We're going to get into these adapters a little later with the 100 prime stations. So Anderson plugs, we'll get into that. You guys also have that DC 12-volt plug. Now, just like the 500, it actually has a flashlight on the side. That flashlight on the side is going to allow you to do standard flashlight or SOS with this. Charge time. 5 hours fully charged, you're good to go. 11.5 hours on a cigarette lighter plug in your car. If you have two of the 100-watt solar panels, about 6 hours of runtime. Now, with this, you'll be able to run a mini cooler, electric griddles. You'll be able to run, of course, heated blankets or more with this. Heated blankets going to give you guys about 11 hours of runtime. Your 5-watt light bulb, about 65 hours. Your mini cooler, about 13 hours, and a flat screen TV, 9 to 10 hours, depending on that flat screen TV and the size of that TV. Now, with this, of course, it is 1,002 watt hours of power. So technically, you could run a window AC for almost an hour of time, depending on the size of that window AC. I'm going to tell you it's probably going to be like 6,000 BTU window AC, all right? So you're going to get a good little cool down with that time of need if you guys really need to with this. Now, size and, of course, weight is a 22-pound package. So it is 22 pounds of weight, but we'll do decently well for you guys with that need. Now, we're going to actually get into a little more because, well, let's do that. 22 pounds, you can still carry it around and take it with you. It's got all, of course, the packages. It is about 13 inches long by 9 inches wide by 11 inches tall. Decently sized, very well usage, and can be done with what you need. The price tag, $9.99, is a good deal with that, but there's a $450 clippable coupon. So definitely use that clippable coupon to, of course, get a nice discount off of that with that. And that's where I like it. Save yourself some money. Any questions about the 1000? If not, we're going to talk about the newer version. You guys like newer versions? I hear they got some new stuff coming at some point. We're going to bounce down to the table again. We're going to go to this side right here, and we're going to zoom on in. Now, with the AI tracking camera, we're going to talk about the 1000 V2. That's right, you got version 2 now. So the 1000 V2, of course, is another really beautiful little power station that's going to pack quite a wallop. The 1000 V2 has that new Charge Shield 2.0, so you're actually fully charged in a 1 hour charge time. Can't go wrong with the 1 hour charge rate, right? Now, with it, it jumps up in power range because you have 1,070 watt hours of power compared to the 1,002. Now, with it, of course, this is their 2024 version. It's their 1000 V2. It's an $800 price tag, but there's a $250 coupon. So do use that coupon on the Amazon page to save you another $250. Now, with this, it also jumps up in, of course, AC outlet power. So you do still have those three standard 3-prong American AC outlets. Those AC outlets are actually going to do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 3,000 if you need to. Now, where this also changes is you have dual USB-C ports. One's a 100 watt in and out port. The other is a 30 watt output only USB-C port. Now, you also have, of course, the 18 watt USB-A port for like your standard Android devices or lighting gear and stuff like that. Above that, you're going to have that 12 volt 10 amp plug. You're also going to have on the side the flashlight. Now, that flashlight is going to do multiple modes and variations. Now, it will also work with, of course, the app. Now, with the app, it's going to allow you to see what piece of the device is powered on. It's going to allow you to see what input and output voltage is being drawn from it. It's also going to allow you to see what temperature that the batteries are running at as well. Now, with it, it does have a handle that does, of course, fold up and move. But on the side, this is what we're going to talk about. On the side right here, and we're going to talk about this because I want to get a little into, of course, the cabling with this. Now, the 1000 V2 is actually going to use what's called the 8020 plug. The 8020 plug is a round DC port. The round DC port from the 8020, of course, is going to be a round standard plug. It's going to allow you to connect up your solar panels. Now, this actually has the variation of 2 panels on this piece. Now, technically, you could run 2 of the 200 Solar Saga solar panels on this power station. Now, like I said, the 1000 V2 is a great price point with a very beautiful little coupon on there as well. But we also have the 1000 V2 and solar panel option. Now, normally it's a $1,300 package. You're going to get a $400 coupon on Amazon for that. So you're going to be able to take $400 off of this. Now, you're going to be able to run 2 of those 200 watt Solar Saga solar panels to charge this device. In this package, you're getting 1 of those solar panels with the $400 coupon code on there as well, which is an amazing price point for that. And I kind of like that. Now, 1 hour charge time, guys, is what it's going to take to fully charge this on a wall plug if you're using a wall plug. If you are using the USB-C port on the front, that 100-watt port, under 2 hours is where it's at. If you go into the app and you click on the app, you can put it in quiet charging mode and it will take 5 hours. Now, if you have 2 of the 200-watt Solar Saga solar panels, it's going to take 3 hours. That's it. It's a great little piece right there. Now, runtime is where it's at with this because you guys can run a bunch of very amazing stuff with, of course, the 1,070 watt hours of power. You could do 14 hours of laptop play. You could do 20 drone batteries. You can play a Bluetooth speaker for over 50 hours. Now, if you really wanted to, you guys could do, of course, a coffee maker, heated blankets. You could do the mini fridges, flat screen TVs, orbital sanders, or even your window AC. Because it does have that 1,500 watt sine wave power, can peak at 1,000, has 1,070 watts or watt hours of power. You can run a window AC off of this. How you doing, Phil, buddy? What's up? Yeah, it's tragic to see that James Earl Jones has passed. I agree with that one. Totally agree with that one. I was raised on that guy. So the 1000 V2, guys, stationed by itself or stationed with solar panels, both amazing options. Of course, we talked about the plug on the side that you're going to need to use to run that. So, any questions? Any? Because if not, we're going to move into the bigger and bigger. That's right. We're going to move into the bigger ones. Why do I have... 1 second, everybody. I see there's a slight variation. We are moving to the 3000 Pro. All right. 3000 Pro, we're going to, of course, the big boy station. I'm going to move that so we can actually get to the 3000 Pro. 3000 Pro is going to be right up there. 3000 Pro. Now, this is a beautiful power station, guys. Now, the 3000 Pro is over 3,024 watt hours of power, which means you unlock the option to reach out to your utility provider to see if they offer the clean energy credit program to unlock about 30% credit off of your taxes, of course, with that. Now, with this $3,699 price tag, there's actually a $900 clippable coupon with this kit. Now, this kit is an amazing kit because you're going to get that big power station and 2 of those 200-watt Solar Saga solar station panels in this package. Now, with the 3,024 watt hours of power, you get multiple connecting ports. Now, we're actually going to zoom in a little more for you. You're going to see that I'm actually using multiple ports off of this device tonight. I have, of course, an AC outlet. I also have a USB-C port being used. Now, with this, you have 5 AC outlets. Those 5 AC outlets are going to do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 6,000 watts. Now, with that, of course, being on hand, just like the 1000 V2, you guys can actually use the app to control these plugs. Now, it's going to take about 2.5 hours to fully charge this device on a wall plug, which isn't a bad time. Now, it's actually a quick charge rate for you. Now, with that being said, though, because you have 3,024 watt hours of power, it means you can run 1,150 watt window AC for about 3 hours of runtime. For those of you that want to do your house fridge, you're going to get about 5 hours or more with the house fridge running. Now, what we can get into, because you do have 5 AC outlets that do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 6,000 watts, which means you guys can run large equipment off of this, and we'll get into it in a second with that. Now, with it is 64 pounds of weight in this package. The station weighs 64 pounds. Because it weighs 64 pounds, we actually have what's called 2 large 3-inch wheels on the side. Now, those large 3-inch wheels are going to allow you to roll it around on multiple types of surfaces. Now, they thought about it and said, well, we gave you wheels. Well, why not give you a handle? So they added, of course, an aluminum telescopic handle that folds up and makes it feel like a suitcase. That means you can actually tilt it and tip it and leverage it and roll it like you should. Now, on the sides with the wheels, you still have, of course, those nice large orange handles. That's going to allow you to, of course, lift it up and put it on areas that you may not be able to do without it. Because it is 64 pounds, I do want you to be careful because, well, it's a little bit of weight to do that, of course, on hand. Now, with this device, you do have two USB-C ports. Those USB, hey, I appreciate that, Benda. How you doing, buddy? Those USB-C ports are 100-watt power capability, which means you guys can charge many high-powered devices from your MacBook Airs to other devices through those USB-C ports. You also have two USB-A ports at 18 watts max as well, and you have the 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug as well. Now, with this, of course, can actually work down to about -4 degrees Celsius before the battery starts to drain slightly. It's not a big deal. You can still use it even cooler. I don't always recommend it, but you can. It is about 30 decibels of noise level with this device. Now, you could run a microwave for about 2 hours, a blender for about 8 hours, a toaster for over 4 hours. Where it's at is where you can use like a welding machine. You can use a TIG or MIG welder on this device for a little over an hour. That's a 5,800 watt draw through one of those devices if you're using it to weld a lot of stuff. I love that option. Now, you can also plug in a weed eater, leaf blower, lawn mowers. You guys can do table saws. This could be used as a home off-the-grid living device. Now, 3,024 watt hours of power is actually a good amount of power to run a good amount of things at a decent range. Now, for that, people that need like your CPAP machines, you can run a CPAP machine over 250 hours on this device by itself. That's a good long run time for those of you. Lamps, light bulbs, you guys can do all of that off of this. Like a 3 to 5 watt light bulb is going to be over 220 hours. 90 watt mini fridge, about 15 hours of runtime. Your 60 watt car refrigerator, about 43 hours. For those of you that want to do movie night out back, guys, over 20 hours of runtime on that 100 watt projector. Any questions about the 3000 Pro? Now remember, guys, there's a $900 clippable coupon, but we also have that 5% code down there to get another 5% off of your $1,000 purchases as well. Hey, Iron Wolf. Yeah, I'm really loving these power stations. I'm actually having fun with them. I do know that I was told that they're actually coming out with a newer version that's going to have LifePo 4 cells. Hey, thank you, Phil. I appreciate that, Phil. Any questions about the 3000? All right. Don't see no questions. Let's talk about the 300 Plus. Let's go to me video. 300 Plus, guys. 288 watt hours of power in this little device right here for you. Now, 288 watt hours of power can actually be charged in under an hour and a half of charge time on the wall plug on the side. Now, under 8 pounds, LifePo 4 cells has an AC outlet. That AC outlet's going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 600 if you need be. Now, $299 is the price tag for the station itself, right? $299. But there's a $60 clippable coupon on Amazon for this price as well on this package. Now, with this, of course, under an hour and a half fully charged on a wall plug. If you guys want to use the USB-C port on the front, that's right. There's a 100 watt in and out USB-C port on the front, under 3 hours fully charged. If you guys want to do it in a car cigarette lighter, about 4.25 hours with that. Now, with this though, you're going to be able to run your Nintendo Switch for over 40 hours. You know, you guys are house fan 4.5 hours, your drone batteries, and multiple other pieces. It works with the app. The app is completely free, Android and iOS based, will allow you to turn on all of these plugs. Station by itself, $299 with the $60 price tag, but the kit's where it's at. This Mini 40 pairs perfectly with the 300 Plus. This is the perfect package right here. Now, with the Mini 40, guys, you're going to have a nice little package that you can take pretty much anywhere and use wherever you need. With the Mini 40 solar panel, it's going to take about 7.5 hours to fully charge it. But with the panel of this size, you guys can put these both pieces in a backpack and not have a problem with this. This is about 5 pounds. This is about 2 pounds. This is not a problem to carry this around together. The price point, guys, $399. Well, I'm going to tell you guys, though, that $399 is not what you're going to be paying, right? So $399 is actually a $299 price point, or is it? Yeah, $100 clippable coupon, so $299. So use that coupon, get it for $299. Can't go wrong with that, right? Now the Mini 40. We're gonna get into this. The Mini 40 is fully waterproof, water resistant, harsh and wet weather, can be used out in the rain, whatever you really want. It's a nice small little piece that actually folds out to a nice sized package. Now, with it, of course, it's got their beautiful little folding mechanism here. It is a trifold design with quad panels. It clips together, has a magnetic clasp, has the beautiful logo, made from the long crystalline cells. This is a beautiful little piece to add to your arsenal. Yeah, if you guys don't see anything that you guys are noticing, there's always more, of course, on the Jackery store site as well. If you guys need, or even on the Jagger and Blogger side, guys, these pieces are always in the carousels for you guys to look at as well with these streams. Streams are always on Amazon for you. So, any questions? All right, cool. We're gonna get into some other pieces about the 300 plus. Guys, with the 300 plus, you have, of course, that great charge time. You have the great chargeability. You have the LifePo 4 cells. You actually have this beautiful little solar panel and multiple connection points. Has a flashlight. Has the handle that can be carried around. Has the nice light weight. It's about 11 pounds total weight with the solar panel. Now, the 300 plus can actually run a house fan for over 4.5 hours. It can run a 90-watt mini fridge for about 2.5 hours. It can run your flat screen TVs. It can run your Wi-Fi routers. It can run your CPAP machines. Or if you really need to, it can charge up your phone so you can actually surf the web or watch us over here on this channel. Yeah, I said it. You guys can charge and watch us. Any questions, everybody? Well, I asked it. I'm going to take a sip of water. Yeah, there's a $60 coupon on the station by itself, and there's a $100 clippable coupon on the package. So you get a $100 clippable coupon on the package, buddy. Lois, I am not seeing. I may need to check the 600 plus. Is that sold out? One sec, everybody. I'm actually checking because I don't see the 600 plus. I'm going to make sure that we actually have it for you guys to see this. It may be sold out, guys, but I'm still going to show you guys the the device though. How many Jackery units do I have currently? I have one of every one. I have one station of all of their products. The only thing I do not have is their pop-up tent for the RV. And I don't have their Dune one. Okay. Yeah, so they do have another version of the 100 plus that is sand color. I really want to get my hands on it to see it. Beautiful little piece. All right, guys. So we're gonna still show you guys these devices. They will be back in stock tomorrow morning. So if you guys do put them in your carousel or in your cart, you guys can pick them up for these prices tomorrow. With that, I'm gonna still show you guys the 600 plus with the solar panel. So we're just gonna click the 600 plus with solar panel, but we do have the variation with the 600 plus and non-solar panel as well. Now, with that, we're going to go down to the table. We're going to talk about the 600 plus right there in the middle. That is the 600 plus. Now, we're going to talk about the full package right here. 600 plus is 632 watt hours of power. This is a 2024 version device. The 2024 device was just created, came out, which is actually kind of cool with this. Now, we're going to get into, of course, the device, the solar panel, and the plugs that are actually ran on this piece. Really want to talk about the plugging because we don't get a lot into the plugs and stuff. Now, with that being said, the plugging is going to be a variation of this with the 600 plus, guys. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to kind of show you guys. Inside the kit, you're going to get this with the solar panel. Now, this is actually the solar panel plug. It's a beautiful little plug that's going to clip into the solar panel, but it has this multi-piece adapter. You're gonna, actually, it's not going to be, you're going to see the USB-C plug. This is not coming with this. This is off my other solar panel. You're going to get a plug like this. This is a dual style plug. Now, this dual style plug has the 7909 plug and it has the 8020 plug. Now, with the 600 plus power station, guys, you're going to use, I believe it's the 7090 plug for this one. So the 7090 plug is going to be this angled version right here. This is going to have to be connected to the 8020 to allow you to adapt down to the 600 plus. Now, with the 600 plus, guys, you're going to actually have the dual plugs for the 600 plus, or the single plug for the 600 plus on the side with that. We'll give you guys a close up. I'm going to switch back over here with this, and that is where you're going to plug this in. Now, you're going to take this and, of course, plug it right on into this right here, and then connect it up to, of course, the solar panel. That's how you're going to connect it up. That's it. And it is, of course, like I said, the 7090 plug. It's going to be the angled plug. That angled side. It's not going to be the 8020. Now, yes, it comes with the 8020, which is great, but the 8020 is not going to fit in there, guys. You have to use the 7090 for the 600 plus. All right, guys? So do know that it's going to be the 7090 for the 600 plus with that, of course, on hand. Now, with that being said, we're going to get kind of into it a little bit more. Actually, you know, I'm completely wrong with that one. I'm going to start this back over. It's one of these days, guys. I was saying the numbers wrong. You're going to be using the 8020 for the 600 plus, not the 7090. Now, the cabling I have is actually the dual L bracket one, all right? It's the 8020 that you're going to be using for the 600 plus power station. Now, this is going to be the same plug you're going to use for the 1500 Pro, the 2000, I think, the 600 plus. You're going to be using it for the 700 plus, the 1000 plus, the 2000 plus, the, I believe, I'm going to say the 3000 Pro as well. So it's all going to be the 8020 plug with that one. So the 8020 plug is the one you're going to be using. Now, it'll literally just plug it in. You guys can actually choose which plug or angled with this, of course. Now, the kit we're showing you and the cabling we're showing you goes to, of course, this solar panel. Now, I'm going to pop over and kind of show you guys this. This is their new 100-watt solar panel. This, of course, is a quad panel, trifold design, and right here on the back is where you're going to find the cabling plug right here. That's your plug right here. Now, this is where you're going to plug in that opposite side of the solar panel cabling into, of course, that plug. Just like that. Now, you'll make sure that you put it in the right direction, and it's going to clip in. And that's all there is to this. And you'll literally take the 8020 plug and plug it into the 600 plus for this. Now, with that being said, you have a lot of different variations with these plugs and what stations can use them and what stations can't use them. And it's a great little piece of information with all those. It's an amazing little product with that, of course, on hand. Now, what we can talk about when we can actually say is, you know, you have a large variation of stations that use these plugs, but it's amazing that they say, hey, let's make sure you have them. Now, the 600 plus kit we're talking about, guys, it's going to come with this little panel, fully waterproof, water resistant, and a beautiful little piece. Now, the 600 plus is 632 watt hours, or 632 watt hours of power. In this nice little package, it's only 16 pounds of weight. Now, with it, of course, on this, you have dual AC outlets. Let's go to the right camera. Dual AC outlets right there on the front with this, of course. Those AC outlets are going to allow you to do 800 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 1600 watts if you need to. Now, with that, of course, you got dual USB-C ports. One's a 100-watt port, one's a 30-watt port. You also have that USB-A port down there as well. And we can actually zoom down and we can get a little bit closer so you guys can see those. So there's your USB-C ports right here. Now, it also has a flashlight. Now, yes, the flashlight's a little bit hidden. If we move over, you guys will see the flashlight right there. Now, with it is we're just going to work with the app. The app is completely iOS and Android based for all of you. Now, with this, it has Charge Shield 2.0. Charge Shield 2.0 means you have it fully charged and a 1 hour charge rate with that, of course, as well. And that's actually kind of cool. So you have that 1 hour charge rate with this. It's going to work out well. And then you're going to be able to, of course, run the 632 watt hours power, which means you guys can do multiple devices and running with this. You guys can run a car fridge. You guys can run a TV. You can run your Wi-Fi routers. You can run everything in between with that on a 600 plus if you need to with ease. Now, we're going to be moving into the 1000, guys. We're going to get into the 1000 plus stations. We're going to talk about modular systems. I am running slightly behind, but I wanted to talk about cabling. And hey, it just happens. I will make sure it's okay with Lois if we go a little over, though. Now, the 1000 plus stations, guys, we're going to get into this because it is a modular system. You're going to see it over here on the opposite side. You're going to see it with, of course, the battery on top. That is the 1000 plus. Now, the 1000 plus is an amazing power station. It is a 1264 watt hours of power on this device. Now, you have 3 AC outlets that do 2000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 4000 if need be. Now, just like its bigger counterparts, it's got dual USB-C ports that do 100 watts charging capability. It also has dual USB-A ports that do 18 watts of charging capability as well. Now, with this, of course, you also have that 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug and a flashlight on the front. Now, 1 hour charge rate, not going to happen, guys. This is actually a little under 1 hour. It's about 1.5 to 2 hours charge time on the 1000 plus station. Now, with this, of course, 7 hours on a cigarette car lighter if you guys really need to, or 4.5 hours with solar panels. The station by itself is $999, but it's a $150 clippable coupon. Now, we also have the 1000 plus and solar panel kit as well for you. Now, you're going to get the 1000 plus and dual 100 watt Solar Saga solar panels for a $1,499 price tag, but there's a $300 clippable coupon. So you're going to save some money, and plus you guys can use that 5% code as well to save even more money. So you have the options right there. But remember, guys, I said modular system. So modular means you're going to get the kit. Now, this is the 1000 kit in there. We're going to talk about it. $299 price tag. There's a $210 clippable coupon plus that 5% code to bring you down. Now, with it, you're going to get that station. You're going to get the battery right above it and 2 of the solar panels for this price point. You can add batteries to this kit. You can add all the way up to 3 batteries. Now, with the kit that we're showing you, it's 2,528 watt hours of power. Rita, hello. How are you doing? Now, you guys can do 5 kilowatts of hour power with 3 of these batteries total, which means you guys can actually run a lot of stuff with this. Now, yes, you're going to need to use the solar plugs. You're going to need to use, of course, the 8020 adapter. You're going to need to, of course, connect it up to the solar panels. Now, what I can tell you is this can actually run 4 solar panels without a problem, so you're good to go with the charge rate with this. Now, running devices, it's all going to vary depending on what you have. Let's say since it's, by itself 1,000 and 1,200 something watts, you can run a window AC for about an hour. Add a battery, you double that runtime. So you're going to have to do the math with that, but all great price points for you. One sec, everybody. I believe we're going to be moving into, of course, the bigger systems as well. So the 1000 systems, guys, is an amazing piece. The 1000 plus is, of course, going to be my choice for you guys if you want a modular system. It's going to do some very, very beautiful stuff with that. A bunch of great price points, a bunch of great options with that, of course, as well. It's fundamentally a great idea to have something that's modular because you can add more batteries. I love that option. Now, yes, it is still lightweight and very acceptable. Can be carried around, put where you need it, and used with it as you need. Now, we're going to move on to the 3000 stations, of course, up next. The 2000 plus is actually what we're moving to, if I could speak properly today. Now we're going to just move over to the other side of the table. That is, of course, a nice, big, beautiful station with the battery sitting on top. This is the 2000 plus. Now the 2000 plus is 2042 watt hours of power of LiFePO 4 cells. Now with the LiFePO 4 cells, you're going to get about a 2-hour charge cycle with this. So it's going to take 2 hours to fully charge this on a wall plug for you. Now with this, you're going to have, of course, 5 AC outlets that do 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power, but can peak at 6,000 watts. Now you get the dual USB-C ports, dual USB-A ports. You get that 12-volt 10-amp cigarette lighter plug. Now with this, it is, of course, a 64-pound package, so they actually have 2 large-inch wheels and a telescopic handle, so you can actually tilt it, tip it, roll it around, and roll it like a suitcase. So it's actually going to be very portable for you guys with the 2000 plus. Now, 64 pounds is a little bit of weight, so do be careful when lifting this and rolling it around. It's just an amazing little piece with that. Now, we're going to get into it because the 2042 watt hours power means you guys can run like a window AC for approximately 2 hours. Now, you can run, of course, half-hour runtime on a welding machine. You guys can plug a 5800 watt welder into this and run that for about a half hour. Now, it works with the app. The app is beautiful. The app works amazingly well and is going to do some amazing stuff for you. But what I can tell you is this is a really modular system with the 2000 plus. Now, the 2000 plus, we also have the option with the solar panel. Now, $15.99 price tag by itself. Get it with the dual solar panel. You're going to get 2 of the Solar Saga 200 watt panels. This is going to be a $3,099 price tag for the station and the panels. That means you're going to have, of course, you're on your way to getting all the panels you're going to need to charge this on hand. Now, modular is where it's really at with the 2000 plus system. We're going to talk about the 4000 kit. The 4000 kit is a $4,399 price tag, has a $900 clippable coupon on Amazon for you today, plus another 5% off if you use our code today. With this, you just doubled your power to 4,085 watt hours of power with this device. Now, that means you can run your window AC for approximately 4 hours. If you really wanted to, though, you can add up to 5 batteries to this system. That's going to give you guys 12 kilowatts of hour power. 12 kilowatts of hour power means you're off the grid living with this station. I could run pretty much your house. All right, it's going to run a lot of different stuff, from gaming PCs to your fridge, to your stove, to your microwave, to your CPAP machines, to, of course, your TVs, your heaters, or vice versa, whatever you really wanted to with this. Now, the cool part about this is the 2000 plus station can actually run parallel with the second 2000 plus station. When you run it parallel, you can connect up to 10 batteries. That means you have 24 kilowatts of hour power when you run up parallel and connect it up together. Now, still under 30 decibels, so it's very quiet, is considered an EPS. So it will auto switch over if you have it plugged into the wall and you lose wall power. It will auto switch over and still keep running through the system itself. Now, it's going to take about 0.02 of a second to switch over. That's not that much with that. Now, 2-hour charge time on a wall plug, 2 hours if you have 6 of the solar panels, 25 hours in, of course, your RV, your cigarette lighter plug. With that, of course, like I said, $43.99 full kit, $900 clippable coupon on this kit, plus another 5% off if you need. Now, if you need, though, we also have the battery by itself for $13.99. Now, it's not $13.99 final price. There's a $400 coupon on Amazon for you. So it's going to bring you under, of course, $1,000 for an extra battery, which is a great price point with that. So definitely check out that kit. Definitely check out the batteries. If you want to live off the grid, the 2000 plus is going to be the go-to for that. Very amazing little piece that's going to do very, very well. Any questions? All right, let's talk about solar panels, guys. We're going to start off with the Mini 40. The Mini 40 is a $99 solar panel. Now, the Mini 40 is, of course, A book-sized foldable solar panel that's going to be the size of a notebook, 12 inches long by, of course, 10 inches wide by ½ inch thick. Monocrystalline solar cell, IP68 waterproof rating. Guys, throw it in the lake and it will still work. Don't worry about it. Trifold design means it has three folds, but is a quad panel. Now, this is going to do about 23% efficiency in converting light into power. This is going to pair well with, let's say, the 300 plus, the 240s, even the 100 plus power station. This is an amazing little piece at $99. This is beautiful. Like I said, 23% solar conversion efficiency. We'll do about 40 watts of power at 18 volts for you guys, which is cool. So it has, of course, that charge rate for you if you need to on hand. Now, we are running slightly behind. Now, we're going to talk about the 100s, all right? We're going to show you guys two variations of the 100 today, which is actually kind of cool. We're going to start off with the original Solar Saga 100. Now, the original Solar Saga 100 is a $299 price tag tonight, which is a good price point. I think it's like $238 if I can remember right. I can't remember though. But this is the 100. This is, of course, the Solar Saga 100. It's going to work with the 100 Plus all the way up to the 1500 stations. Now, with this, it's going to do 23.5% conversion rate and efficiency. It's a nice little kickstand that can be folded out. Has this beautiful ETFE laminated handle. On the back, you're going to actually have, of course, a zipped up pouch that's going to greet you guys with the 8020 plug and the 7090 cable. Now, this is that cable. It is a 9.5-foot cable, has the 8020 and, of course, the 7090 adapter. Now, with this one, one's yellow and one's black, and that's how you're going to determine which plug is which with that. Now, of course, this one's going to show you guys, this is for the 1500 and up. For that plug, this is going to be for the smaller stations. So you have that adapter back there, 9.5-foot cable. You also have a USB-C port down here and a USB-A port that's going to allow you to charge your phones or other devices straight off of the solar panel without a power station. Now, fully waterproof, water resistant is a nice large panel. Now, this, of course, is that panel. This is a beautiful panel, fully monocrystalline solar cells to convert that with this. If it gets dirty, spray it with a hose and just clean it off. Don't worry about it. It's a really beautiful piece. You guys can see it's grabbing all that light off of my Keystone lights up there for you. This is an amazing one. This is, of course, the original 100. What we're going to talk about now is, of course, their newer 100. We're going to talk about the 100 watt prime. Now, the 100 watt prime is going to come with some cabling, and it's going to actually be a cable called the Anderson clip. Now, the Anderson clip, of course, is going to come like this, so you can actually adapt it down to, of course, the 7090 or 8020 plug. So they do have that with this. Now, it actually comes with that cabling. Now, this is a fully modular system. This is, of course, that panel. Now, this is a fully glassed panel, monocrystalline glass solar panel, right? It is an aluminum housing all the way around, so it's not going to corrode. Of course, there's your back side right there. It's got your mounting holes, of course, where you guys can set it up for the mounting hardware. And it has, of course, that nice long cable right here. Now, this is, of course, that cabling. It has, of course, the plug on the bottom that's got your DC plug. But if I pop it off, let's see if I can get this to come out, you have your Anderson clip. Now, the Anderson clip means you guys can channel or interlink other solar panels with this, with those adapters that I was just showing you. That means you guys can link up 6 of these and mount them to the top of your RVs and everything else in between. Now, this is an IP68 rating, fully waterproof, water resistant. It's got a 25% conversion efficiency in converting light to, of course, power. Now, there's a $30 clippable coupon with this. Now, with this beautiful piece of paneling, I'm going to show you guys some of the hardware that comes with it. because they do give you the hardware to mount this, of course, with that. And that's actually going to be in this brown box that I have over here. This is going to be your mounting hardware. So right here, we're going to pop it open, and you guys are going to see, of course, your bracketry. You're going to get 4 of these brackets. So you're going to get 4 of these aluminum brackets to allow you to, of course, mount it wherever you want, whether it be the roof of your house, your RV, your motorhome, your toy haulers, or wherever you need. 4 of those, of course, and you're going to get the bolts and nuts to do this. Now, these self-tapping screws do have, of course, rubber gaskets to help stop the water leak. If you guys do that, I still suggest use a water sealant around it as well, a caulking or of the sort. So you do have the self-tapping screws here. Now, besides the self-tapping screws, you're going to get nuts and bolts to thread those brackets onto, of course, the actual solar panel itself. So they give you all of that with that. Now, remember I said, guys, you can use the adapter to, of course, add more Anderson plugs to add interlink the solar panels on that. So they give you those with this, of course. Great options. If you guys need something like that, definitely check it out. The 100 Prime, $299 price tag, $30 clippable coupon. Very modular panel for those of you that want to do a fixed panel system. I love that they added that. So those are, of course, right there. Now we're going to show you guys the last one in the carousel. This is going to be the 200-watt solar panel. This is usually, well, wrong view. We're going to go to a video that I have here. This is the 200-watt Solar Saga. The 200-watt Solar Saga is going to work on the 1000 V2. It's going to work on, of course, all of the larger stations. Now, with that being said, this, of course, is a 200-watt solar panel, IP68 water rating. It has got this very beautiful case that carries the panel in there. It's a trifold design with quad panels. Now, it does have 3 kickstands built onto this. That's going to allow you to have it set up in under 30 seconds in use. Now, this does, of course, have an IP68 rating, so it can be used in harsh and wet weather, out in the rain without a problem. Now, with it, of course, you're going to see me sit there fumble around because I'm doing it in the yard. I got people around me, and they're watching what I'm doing. And, of course, sometimes I get a little nervous in front of crowds. Now, once you do it, guys, you're going to go back to the piece. You're going to grab the cabling. That cabling is going to be kind of like this. That one's just slightly wrapped up different. It's a 9.5-foot cable. It's got, of course, your plug-in. It's got your DC plug in and to your plug out to, of course, the solar panel. Once you do that, you can go in there. Now you have the 7090 plug or the 7090 plug and the 8020 plug on there, depending on the station you're using. I'm connecting it up, of course, to the 300 or 3000 station. So we're going to use, of course, the 8020 plug to connect this one up. Now with this is fully compatible with, like I said, the 1000 V2, the 1500 Pro, the 2000 Pro, the 2000 Plus, and 3000 Pro stations. The moment I clicked it and grabbed this, it's already pulling about 153 watts of power. You can get 200 watts of power out of this at 18 volts. It's going to do about 24.3% efficiency even in low light settings for you with this, which is actually kind of cool. Now, beautiful panel, amazing piece that's going to do very, very well. It's just a great option if you guys need solar panels. We have a bunch of different variations with that. So that is the last product I have tonight for you. Guys, remember, anything over $1,000, use, of course, that coupon code down there. Save 5% off with that. Always check the Amazon pages that we're showing you guys these products to. There's a lot of clippable coupons that you're not going to want to miss with that. So do check that as well with that. And that's kind of cool to see. So any questions before we go? Hey, thanks, Phil. I appreciate that, buddy. I don't think there's any questions. So with that, guys, I want to thank you all for being here. And I believe we're back here in a couple days with another show. So hopefully we'll see you guys then. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. And we'll see you guys on the next show.